Tiger fans are on their feet.
As they should be.
He pulls it in for the 25-yard touchdown. In Erie, Colorado, you are title town today. Tigers are on top by 2 scores.
Hello and welcome into the Erie Tiger Network. My name is John Kent. Tonight is senior night for the Tigers versus the Boulder Panthers. The Tigers are 9-9 on the season. That's good for 9th place in 6A Front Range. The Boulder Panthers are 6-12 on the season. Your seniors for tonight are going to be Riley Hall, Lucas Lee, Cade Sweeney, Braden Hahn, Owen Slater, Marco Martinez, and Harry Hartman. Those are all going to be some real impactful guys on the Tigers, but let's look at some key players for the Tigers. Or for each team. So for the Tigers, Chris Smith is going to be our key player for tonight. He's averaging 13 a game, 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists. He's been deadly from the three-point line. For the Boulder Panthers, Kyle Blouch is going to be the key player. 17 points, almost 13 rebounds per game. He's going to be really big for the Boulder Panthers. If we look at some stat leaders for each team, so Christopher Smith's going to be the points per game leader for the Tigers, 13.3 a game. Kyle Blouch for the Panthers, 17.2. For assists, Callan Gebhardt's going to be your leader for the Tigers, and Lake Smith for the Panthers. And then for rebounds, going to be Marco Martinez, and then again Kyle Blouch for the Panthers. So for the Tigers, you're going to want to try to contain Kyle Blouch for the Panthers tonight. And then the Tigers have really been a team of maintaining those points is going to be very important for the Tigers. Going cold for the Tigers has been a real problem, and then they have to fight their way back into these games. If they're deadly from 3, that's going to be a key to winning tonight. When we see Chris Smith go on runs and Callan Gebhardt get hot from 3, it's been really good for the Tigers. If they can maintain points and really just stay accurate from 3, it's going to be just really good for a victory on senior night. Another thing for the Tigers is they've been a really good just all-around team this year. For Boulder, you see there's a couple guys up there at the top. You got Cole Morrow, Riley Stein, and Kyle Blouch are all very good players. But for the Tigers, there's 5 or 6 guys that really have been really good for the Tigers this year. We're going to send it down to our sideline reporter real quick.
Starting with the non-starters for the Boulder Panthers. Number 2, sophomore, Wyatt Stan. Number 14, junior, Recado Amen. Number 20, senior, Blake Michelle.
What'd you say?
You tell her.
Hi guys, welcome to the Erie Tiger Network. For tonight's game, it seems like the fans are all super excited for this game, but specifically excited for our seniors. I was able to talk with senior Lucas Lee before the game tonight, and he had mentioned to me that he was specifically excited for this game, but also because he had a super great career here at Erie so far. Also talking with him, he had mentioned to me that he was particularly stoked about the team this season, as they had been super close and they all have really good bonds. For tonight's game, he said that the focus was to make some good shots down the straight and also to make good defense against the Boulder Center. Thank you, and back to you up there.
All right, so if we can real quick, I'd like to see our last time we played Boulder. So we look at this last time. It was a loss to Boulder last time we played. The field goal percentage is really close. 3-point percentage, that's where you see a big difference. 23% for the Tigers, 32% for Boulder. 32 rebounds for the for Boulder, 20 for the Tigers. And then more assists, more steals. The Tigers really just didn't have a good hold of that game. I think if the Tigers can keep up that 3-point percentage tonight, that's going to be really good for the Tigers, and that's going to allow them to just power their way to a victory. Chris Smith, obviously a big part of that. Callan Gebhardt is going to come in here for you. Really just that 3-point percentage is going to be huge tonight. I'm going to watch the starters for the Tigers. All right. If you look at the Tigers' schedule recently, it's been really up and down. You had those 2 wins against Poudre and North Glen, then a loss to Rocky Mountain, and a win against Glenwood Springs. And then you see the another loss, and then just really up and down recently for the Tigers. I think if the Tigers are able to end the year off good here, it could really just power them to make a good run here in the into the playoffs. You have Harry Hartman in for the tip for the Tigers, and Kyle Blouch there for the Panthers. Tip is up. Hartman wins it. Lucas Lee takes the ball into Martinez. Up, it just barely tips out. Erie's going to come away with a rebound there. Oh, and stolen by the Panthers. Harry Hartman cannot block it. Boulder's going to start off the scoring here in this game. Back up to the top of the key. Braden Hahn into Harry Hartman, working back out to Lucas Lee, puts one up. That's not going to be good. Hahn gets the rebound. Back to Lee. Into Harry Hartman, see if he can work on Kyle Blouch, and he slips. That's going to be Boulder ball out. That's out of bounds on Harry Hartman. George Smith bringing it up for the Panthers. Tigers playing some more aggressive D here, it looks like. Really bunched together here, maybe trying to get it into Kyle Blouch there for the Panthers. They do. Doubled on the baseline, puts it back out. Good coverage here by the Tigers. Real tight on the ball. Tigers have been really good on the second possession here, making sure that the Panthers don't get any good looks. Puts one up. That's no good. Harry Hartman with the rebound. Riley Hall going to bring it up for the Tigers. Over to Lucas Lee. He's going to survey the court, drives in. puts it over to Hall, gets it to Braden Hahn, into Harry Hartman. Tipped and out of bounds, just barely off the hands of Riley Hall there. It's going to be Boulder ball once again. The Tigers have been playing really fast and aggressive so far in this game, and it's been working on defense, but so far on offense it's been drawing a blank. Panthers are going to swing the ball and put one up. That's off the rim. Harry Hartman with another rebound. Over to Riley Hall. In transition. Braden Hahn will put one up, and it's no good. Both teams just not getting anything to fall so far in this game. It's 2-0 still. George Smith. This Tigers defense has been rock solid so far past that first possession where they get a quick points for Boulder. They've been doing a really good job of not giving Kyle Blouch any chances to work inside the paint. Good. Puts one up. That one's no good again. Blouch with the rebound. Puts one up. That's in. 4 points for Boulder. Riley Hall bringing it up here. Braden Hahn into Harry Hartman. He's going to see if he can work in the paint. Pump fakes up, no good. There's going to be a foul on Hahn. Or not on Hahn, sorry. On Harry Hartman. Boulder ball. Seen defense for both of these teams so far been real good. Only 4 points scored by both teams. Really just a defensive battle here so far. The Tigers just unable to get into the paint and get some points on the board. There's going to be a substitution. Chris Smith in for the Tigers, and Callan Gebhardt as well. Puts one up, no good. No one managed to secure the rebound there for the Tigers, so it bounces back out to Boulder. Really want to limit those attempts for Boulder. It's going to be a foul and one on the Tigers. Panthers are going to the line here. A foul's on Braden Hahn for the Tigers. Puts it up, and it's good for the Boulder Panthers. Boulder Panthers take a quick 7-0 lead here over the Tigers. If you're the Tigers here, you want to get some points on the board and just get a little bit of momentum. It's going to be a foul on the Panthers, it looks like. Braden Hahn to inbound. And I'm thinking for the Tigers, putting Chris Smith in here maybe is that offensive spark that you're looking for. He's very productive from three, obviously, but we've seen him work in the paint as well. Callan Gebhardt into Braden Hahn. Pump fakes back to Gebhardt. Back to Chris Smith. Over to Lucas Lee. Braden Hahn. Lucas Lee drives in. Back over to Hahn. Puts it up. That's good for the Tigers. 3-7 here. That's just what you want if you're the Tigers. Get some points on the board. Try to lock down here on defense, and then you get some momentum back, and it's only a one-possession game. If you score after this. George Smith surveying the court. Back over to the other side. Chris Smith up on, drives in. That's going to be no good, but Kyle Blouch puts it back in for the Boulder Panthers. It's 9-3. Callan Gebhardt over to Lucas Lee. Tigers maybe looking to play a little bit fast here. Puts it over to Gebhardt. Pump fake. Not going to go for it. Chris Smith, pump fake. Drives in. He's going to go for it. And that's good for the Tigers. 5-9 here. Both offenses maybe starting to wake up a little bit. Defense still looking very good. You see the Tigers took out Harry Hartman, and maybe that might not help them inside the paint. You see Kyle Blouch maybe going to use his size. Puts one up from three. It's good for the Panthers. Both offenses, again, starting to roll, starting to wake up. Tigers maybe want to get an open look here for Callan Gebhardt or Chris Smith. You see them playing up on Smith, and that's going to be out on Callan Gebhardt. just loses control of the ball there. Really don't want to see that happen. Just a momentum killer for the Tigers. Really wouldn't like to see the Tigers go down by a lot here early. That's happened a lot to them where they're just unable to score and just have cold streaks, and they have to try to recover. There's going to be a foul on the Tigers, it looks like, as the drive-in is stopped abruptly. Into Kyle Blouch, and you see there the Tigers just don't have enough size to stop Blouch from working in the paint. Might see them want to put in Harry Hartman again. Lucas Lee into the paint. That's going to be a charge on Lee. Seeing the Tigers just really play super fast early, and maybe if you're the Tigers, you might want to slow that down, try to get some more open looks rather than working fast in the paint. Lake Smith bringing it up for the Panthers. Chris Smith on ball. Just swinging it around, trying to see if they can get something open. George Schmidt hands it back off. Into Blouch. Marco Martinez playing that on-ball defense. Blouch gets it out to the wing, puts one up. No good. Braden Hahn gets the rebound up to Callan Gebhardt. And he's going to slow it down here a little bit for the Tigers. Into Braden Hahn, and that gets broken up by the Panthers. Trying to get it in there to Chris Smith. Just unable to thread that needle. Over to George Schmidt here for the Panthers. Playing real aggressive defense here for the Tigers. Just trying to limit those opportunities for the Panthers. Puts one up. That's no good from three. Haven't seen the three ball work for either teams here. The Tigers made one, but only have attempted two. That's Braden Hahn into the paint, and that's a foul on the Panthers. Braden Hahn will go to the line. We've seen Braden Hahn be really aggressive here, and just all these games, he's that guy that will get those hard rebounds and just drive into the paint and work really hard here for the Tigers. And you love to see it. It really helps get that energy going. Hopefully you get 2 points here, and then try to get back a little bit back into this game and limit this Boulder team. First shot is good for Braden Hahn. Some substitutions coming in here for the Tigers. Braylon Englehart and Owen Slater coming in here for the Tigers. Second free throw is also good. It's a 7-point game here on senior night. Lake Smith, Cole Morrow with the ball here in the corner. Playing some real aggressive, almost gets the steal there for Braden Hahn. Kyle Blouch works inside, does not get it to drop. Rebound for the Tigers. It's 3-on-3 here. Callan Gebhardt getting into Euro step, does not get it to fall. Rebound Boulder. You see that defense for the Tigers working, almost getting that steal and then just making Kyle Blouch put up a not too great of a shot there. That's really what you want to see the most of, is just limiting those looks for Kyle Blouch and then just making them not just be able to get open looks. It's going to be a reach on Chris Smith, it looks like. .40 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's 14-7. The Tigers down by 7. Going to the line for 2 here. It's Lake Smith. First free throw will not drop here for Lake Smith. See the student section maybe getting talking to there for the distraction. Second will also not drop for Lake Smith. Callan Gebhardt will bring it up here for the Tigers. Over to Chris Smith. We haven't seen too much of him tonight. Back to Callan Gebhardt. He puts one up. Bang! He gets it for the Tigers. That's huge. Huge basket there for the Tigers. Only a 4-point game now. 20 seconds left. Try to close out this first quarter with not too big of a deficit here for the Tigers. See an open look there, but he doesn't take it. Trying to get it into Kyle Blausch. He will get it in, but good job by Callan Gebhardt to force the travel. Huge by Callan Gebhardt to wrap up that ball and force a travel there by Kyle Blausch. 3 seconds left in this first quarter. We're going to put it in. Braden Hahn puts it up from half court. No good. Hits off the rim. Real good end of the quarter there. You saw a shaky start. We're going to go to commercial here on the Erie Tiger Network.
You are watching the ETN. You are watching the ETN.
Welcome back to the Erie Tiger Network. We're going to go down to Kaylee on the sideline.
Thank you, John. Yeah, that three-pointer made by Callan was pretty impressive there. He got that ball back. Looking around, it seemed like Coach Perriott was pretty impressed with that. Back to you up there, guys.
We saw the Tigers end that quarter with some momentum. You'd like to see them bring some of that momentum over. Playing this part, like aggressive defense, really trying to limit those looks for Kyle Blausch and the Boulder Panthers here. Been doing a good job of it so far. She's doubling him every time he gets the ball. We haven't seen a whole lot from any of the other Boulder players, and the shot is up and no good there. Peyton Birch there for the Tigers. Callan Gebhardt will bring it up. Back to Birch. Chris Smith with the ball. Real physical defense here. He'll bring it in. Looking for a shot. No, and it's stolen by the Boulder Panthers. Fast break layup here. He can't get it. Goes for a dunk, but no good. Callan Gebhardt working into the lane. Gets it over. Wrapped up by Kyle Blausch. It's a travel because he jumped there. It's Owen Slater there that got wrapped up. So maybe the Panthers got a little bit too greedy there with that fast break attempt, and really you just want to take that easy layup. I get that it's it's high school basketball, but really can't go for that dunk when you're trying to maintain a lead and trying to keep maintain some momentum. Good Schmidt. Kyle Blausch getting doubled here. You see Owen Slater there on defense, and then just doubling Kyle Blausch at any chance they get. Tigers have identified who the problem is on this team. They've been doing a good job so far, really just stopping that Kyle Blausch from being a huge factor in this game. Panthers just unable to get anything right now. Keeping it outside the arc. Schmidt jabs. Pass it back over, puts up a deep three. That's no good. That's over the back. That's going to be Erie ball. Really good defensive possession there from Erie. Just not allowing any good shot attempts or any good looks for the Boulder Panthers to get it inside. You like to see that happen for the Tigers, stopping Boulder's biggest weapon and forcing just not a great shot attempt, a real deep three. In here to Chris Smith. It's blocked by Kyle Blouch. You see him just a huge present. Almost stolen there. Almost stolen there by Braylon Englehart. Go out of bounds here. This is the Tigers' ball. The Tigers are just doing a real good job of playing really aggressive and with a lot of energy here tonight. You see they're really fired up for senior night. Kyle Gebhardt's going to bring it up for the Tigers. You see, Kyle Blouch has been a real presence on both ends. Obviously, the Tigers have to double him. Kyle Gebhardt puts up a three. That's almost good. It would have been two for Gebhardt. But he's really just limited the Tigers' opportunities in the paint. There's going to be a timeout here for Boulder. With that, we're not going to go to break here. Yeah, you've seen the Tigers have really had to try to work around Kyle Blouch on both ends of the floor. He's really just been a huge roadblock in the paint on the offensive side of the court. And then for defense, you see them doing a real good job of doubling him and just limiting the opportunities that he has. You've seen the Tigers have just done a really good job of forcing some bad shots here from Boulder. Boulder has yet to hit a three. They've put up a bunch. Just usually they have to put one up from a little bit deeper in, and then you've seen Kyle Blouch been able to get a couple rebounds and then put them back in for some points. But really, the Tigers' defense has been a huge factor in this game so far, and if they can keep up limiting those opportunities and get their offense going a little bit more, I think they're going to be able to jump out to a lead. We've seen the Tigers have been, in fact, a team of runs. Really started out the game really slow, but here at the end of the first period and then into the second, they've been just really dominant and not allowing any points, but just closing that gap between them and Erie, and Boulder. Marco Martinez come back in for the Tigers. Been a real physical game of basketball so far, of course, with Kyle Blouch and having to play some real physical defense on him. Both teams have been playing really hard defense so far. It's going to be off the Katie Lurch, deflected the inbound there. Tigers not letting up at all on defense here. Gonna get it in here to Blake Smith. Back up to the top of the key, trying to get an open look here. George Smith brings it to the baseline, backs out, back up to Blake Smith. Jab step, travel for the Tigers. Nothing, nowhere to go with the ball here for Boulder. They're just trying to open up a look to get it into the paint or maybe get an open three, but the Tigers just not letting that opportunity get to them. Just been really good. The Tigers forcing a bunch of turnovers and just getting the ball back. I'd like to see some points on offense, but just turnover here for the Tigers. Gebhardt. Playing pretty close defense here on George Schmidt. He's doubled. Gets back out to the corner, up to the wing. Tigers get back up on defense. Tigers have done a real good job of doubling Kyle Blouch, but not allowing that to open up a look for the Panthers. It's just really just making Boulder's offense stall here early on. You got to try to... Another missed three here for the Panthers. You got to try to take advantage of the turnovers and get going on offense here. Braylon Englehart not able to get into the paint. Back out to Colin Gebhardt. Playing close defense here on him. That's foul call. It's going to be two for Colin Gebhardt. The foul is on George Schmidt of the Panthers. Braden Hahn went to the line earlier and made two. Hopefully you'd like to see Colin Gebhardt make at least one of these, make it a one-possession game, but obviously two is preferable. Tigers have been real good from the line this season, for the most part. Best shooter is Chris Smith with 86% from the line. First one is good for Colin Gebhardt. It's a three-point game after being down by 7. The Tigers pulled back in. A bunch of subs come in here for the Tigers. Braden Hahn, Luke Lee. Both of those guys come in. You'd like to see them come back out here. Both of them really physical and just real energy boosters for the Tigers. Callan Gebhardt makes the second one. That's 4 for 4 for the Tigers. That's huge. Really just taking the opportunities that are given to you. 12 to 14. Tigers defense has been just a brick wall so far. 3 is up and no good. Good box out there from Marco Martinez. They've done a good job of limiting Kyle Blouch's rebounding ability. Lucas Lee puts up a 3. Almost good. Goes after his own rebound, is not going to get it. It's going to be a foul on Lucas Lee, it looks like. But you love to see that effort going after his own rebound. The Tigers have gotten some open looks tonight. I think they've made, 1 of 4 threes, whereas they've just limited Boulder's ability to shoot the 3 ball. Boulder has yet to make a 3 tonight, despite the large difference in attempts. The Boulder Panthers are actually going to take out Kyle Blouch here. Maybe they're going to try to play a little bit more faster now that he's out. The Tigers are going to be able to work in the paint here. Marco Martinez gets that bucket. It's all tied up here. Tigers come back from 7 to 14. Tigers are going to be able to use the paint a lot more now that Kyle Blouch is out. Want to see, can the Tigers continue to stop Boulder from being able to score? Open 3, no good. The Panthers just have not been able to make that 3 ball. The Tigers have been giving them some open looks here on the last couple drives. Braden Hahn over to Lucas Lee, up for 3, almost good. Boulder with the rebound. It's going to be a foul on Braden Hahn, just going after that rebound a little bit too much. Just a lot of energy here on senior night. You're going to see Harry Hartman come in here, maybe trying to use the paint a little bit more now that you have that size advantage. Boulder really only has Kyle Blouch there in the paint with size, so you put in Harry Hartman, maybe you can use the paint a little bit more, get some open looks for your 3 shooters. Then he's really going to be able to get those rebounds on the defensive end of the court. It's going to be a carry there, and he makes the 3 after. That's really soul crushing for the Panthers. They finally make one, but it's a carry's called on the play. Callan Gebhardt bringing it up for the Tigers. See, both Chris Smith and Callan Gebhardt are going to be in for the Tigers. Gebhardt into the paint, easy. Like a hot knife through butter. You see Harry Hartman has a real presence in the paint and just seals it off for Callan Gebhardt to get an easy layup. The Tigers take the lead after it being down 7. Just relentless on the defensive side of the ball, the Tigers have been. Just not allowing any easy looks, and when they have allowed that 3 ball, the Panthers have not shown an ability to make it. That's a steal for Braden Hahn. Slows it down a little bit, gives it to Lucas Lee. He's going to get it deflected. Back over to Braden Hahn. Into Harry Hartman. Out to Lee. Up. No good. Chris Smith not able to get it back in. That's going to be out of bounds on the Tigers. I see a bunch of subs come in here for the Panthers. Kyle Blouch comes back in. George Schmidt as well. You're going to see Dylan Fireball come in here for Lucas Lee. Hayden Birch is going to come in here as well for Braden Hahn. You're going to see Callan Gebhardt and Chris Smith stay on the floor. They're going to be, Callan Gebhardt's really that guy for the Tigers that facilitates the game and just runs it super well. Chris Smith obviously there to be one of your huge scoring threats. Keeping Harry Hartman in to be that size on Kyle Blouch. That's going to be a deflection. Dylan Fireball making a difference immediately after coming in. It's going to be no good. It's going to be 2 for the Panthers, looks like. See that defense just being so close and with so much energy that it's just not allowing any easy looks here for the Panthers. They're going to go to the line. They missed 2 earlier. If you're the Panthers here, you want to be a little bit better from the line, but the first one is good. Bring the Tigers back within 1. Chris Smith is going to come out here for the Tigers. Braden Hahn's coming back in. Maybe we want to keep that physicality up with Kyle Blouch coming back into the game. Going to make the second one. It's a tie ball game here. 1 minute, 45 seconds left in the half. Callan Gebhardt bringing it up. Braden Hahn, the pass just going to go a little bit wild. Don't like to see that for the Tigers. You saw at the beginning of the game they turned the ball over quite a bit, but they brought that back in a little bit. Just an errant pass there for the Tigers. Don't like to see that, but at the end of the day, if you can limit the Boulder's offense on this side of the court, it's going to be fine. George Schmidt trying to work. Kyle Blausch gets it outside the arc. Back to the top of the key. Over to George Schmidt. Almost went out of bounds. Steps back. No good. Just rattles in and out. Another close miss there for the Panthers. If the Panthers could get these to drop, this would be a very different game, but they just haven't been able to get through to drop, and the Tigers just haven't needed to respect it. It's going to be a foul there on the Panthers. Calvin Gebhardt inbounding the ball here. A minute and 3 left in the half. For the Tigers, you'd like to build up some momentum going into halftime, build up a little bit of a lead. Just don't let the Panthers really have any momentum here in this game. Braden Hahn gets the inbound over to Calvin Gebhardt, working in the paint, back out to Dylan Fireball, not able to catch that pass. It's going to go out of bounds for the Tigers. Seen a couple passes go array here. Braylon Englehart coming in for Braden Hahn here for the Tigers. 58 seconds left. You just want to try to not let up anything big here for the Tigers. You know, you hate for this to be the time when they finally make a three. Just not let up on this aggressive and just powerful defense that they've been using so far. Cannot get it into three. Is up and no good again for the Tigers. For the Panthers. Calvin Gebhardt gets that rebound. Over to Braylon Englehart. Dylan Fireball takes it. Back to Calvin Gebhardt. Caden Birch. Tigers maybe trying to waste a little bit of time, get that last shot here of the half. Just moving the ball around, waiting for that time to come down. Harry Hartman's going to get it. Dylan Fireball is open. Caden Birch in the paint, puts it up, rattles out. Harry Hartman rebound. That's going to be foul on the Panthers. Harry Hartman is going to the line. Tigers 100% from the line so far tonight. Hopefully you see Harry Hartman add to that. 7 seconds left. He'd like to go into half here with a 2-point lead after being down 7. That'd be huge for the Tigers. First one's no good for Harry Hartman. And you've really seen this game be far different from any of the other Tigers games that we've seen this year. Usually the Tigers are a fast offense that really just gets those open shots and hopefully makes them. But this game has been a lot more physical and a lot more slow-paced. Trying to accommodate for Kyle Blausch there on the Boulder Panthers. 7 seconds left. The Panthers are going to bring it up real quick here. Quick drive in, and they get that layup. Last thing you want to see from the Tigers here, just letting up an easy layup before half. Tigers are going to go into halftime, and we're going to take a break here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Front Range Landfill puts all your needs in front of everything else. Front Range Landfill.
Give Jen a call today at 303-949-3331 or check out Jen Realty online at jenrealty.com.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the area.
All right, welcome back. The Tigers just come out of half, down 1 here against Boulder on senior night. Let up that easy layup before half. Just a lapse in defense at the very end. You don't like to see that. Love to see the Tigers keep up that good defense. Kyle Blouch pretty easily just works his way in there. Full steam ahead. It's kind of hard to stop him. Maybe if you're the Tigers, you'd like to see some more open looks from 3. George Schmidt gets the steal there for Boulder. Over. It's going to be blocked by Braden Hahn. Recovered by Lucas Lee. Into Braden Hahn. That's going to go out of bounds off of the Boulder Panthers. Tigers going to maintain possession of the ball here. Like to get some points here on the board. Start off the half with a good taste in your mouth. Would rather not start off with a turnover and points for the other team. Marco Martinez gets in and gets those points. Kyle Blouch runs over his own guy there. Shoe comes off. I'm going to take a quick stop in the action here, but I'm going to stay right here on the Erie Tiger Network. If you're Erie here, you want to get back to that good defense that you were playing there before the half ended. Don't love that kind of precedent that was set by that first possession by the Panthers. Just a quick score there by Kyle Blouch. You want to try to limit his touches as much as you can. You got Callan Gebhardt, Lucas Lee, Marco Martinez, Braden Hahn, and Chris Smith out there for the Tigers. Braden Hahn gets the steal. He's going to go up. No good. It's going to be foul on the Tigers, I think. Or just went out of bounds normally. Looked like there was some pretty heavy contact there, but it's going to be Boulder ball nonetheless. George Schmidt bringing it up here for the Panthers. It's 19-20. They're going to double Kyle Blouch. He spins, not able to get it up. Marco Martinez, good job of boxing him out there and getting that rebound. Really want to make the double teaming has been working wonders so far tonight for the Tigers, making it really hard for them to get good looks. Braden Hahn able to wrangle that pass in. Kyle Blouch knocks it away, gets that steal, trying to get it into Marco Martinez there. Unable to do so. Blake Smith here with the ball, back to George Schmidt. A little bit of a slower pace here for Boulder. Let's start this half. You may be seeing a little bit of an offensive changeup. Blake Smith puts it up. That drops in for Boulder. No one comes up to cover him, trying to guard the big man in the paint for the Tigers. Count Gephardt quickly into the paint. Loses it, able to secure it back, gets it to Braden Hahn. It's going to be timeout there for the Tigers. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Welcome back. We've seen Boulder change up their offense a little bit here. It's been a little bit more fluid rather than the physical kind of getting open looks in the paint that they were doing in the first half. See if Erie changes up what they're doing a little bit. It looks like they've been working in the paint a little bit more at the start of this half. Haven't really gotten many open looks here from 3 for the Tigers. A little jump. That's a travel for Chris Smith. Tigers not able to score on the first couple of possessions here in the second half, but hopefully you keep that defense rolling and just make it so you can afford to not come away from these possessions with no points. Usually the Tigers aren't able to do that, but if their defense is performing well, that's good from the Panthers. Finally able to get one to drop, and that's really something you don't like to see from the Tigers. If the Panthers can get those threes to drop, it's going to be really hard to keep this a close game. That's going to be Boulder ball foul on the Tigers. Caden Birch going to come in here for the Tigers. That's Chris Smith coming out. Really, just not the start of the half you'd like to see for the Tigers here. Just a lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers. Not playing the best defense that you were playing earlier in the game. Gonna put up another three. That's no good for the Panthers. Caden Birch gets that rebound, swings it over to Lucas Lee. Back to Gebhardt. Gebhardt going to push in. Marco Martinez gets it. Baden Hahn swings it over to Lee. Lee puts it up. Bang! Brings it back in for the Tigers. Lucas Lee has been really good from three tonight. He's been the guy for the Tigers to get those threes to drop and really just keeping this game within reach for the Tigers. 22-25, back to a reasonable game. Blake Smith looking to shoot here maybe. Back to George Schmidt, he'll take it. Swinging it back and forth is Boulder. And back to George Schmidt. Tigers not allowing too many looks. Stolen by Braden Hahn, really physical, just rips away the ball from Kyle Blouch. Lucas Lee will bring it up. Back to Colin Gebhardt. He'll push into the paint. Back over to Braden Hahn, puts it up. Man, good for the Tigers! It's tied up. Tied up for the Tigers. 2 threes, and just like that, it's all tied up. The Tigers bringing the three ball into the game. Didn't see it that much in the first half. You saw 2 total in the first half, I believe, from the Tigers. Now there's 2 in the first as their first scores of the half in the second half. Doubling Kyle Blouch here, making sure they can't get that. George Schmidt, Lake Smith puts it up. No good. That's going to go off of Kyle Blouch. Tiger ball. Tigers just really able to turn things around here. Harry Hartman coming in for Marco Martinez, getting some size in the game for the Tigers. The Tigers, again, just really good job of turning it around here. Started off with like 3 or 4 turnovers, letting Boulder pull away to a 6-point lead, and then he hit those 2 threes. Braden Hahn and Lucas Lee just coming in clutch there. Caden Birch working in the paint. They're going to wrap that up. It's going to be a jump ball here, it looks like. Yep. Just gets trapped up in the paint there. Maybe should have tried to get it out back to the paint, or back beyond the arc. But the Tigers just did a fantastic job of getting, just not letting Boulder pull away and getting right back in the game with those 2 threes. Really clutch threes there for the Tigers. Not losing momentum here on senior night. George Smith working. Harry Hartman gets a hand on it, looks like. The Tigers aren't going to be able to get it. Foul is called. It's Erie ball, it looks like. You see that Lucas Lee fired up there. Love to see the Tigers just being physical and just really playing with a lot of energy here in the second half and in this game. That just allows them to really just limit the presence of Boulder's biggest player and just letting them stay in the game here. Braylon Engelhart in here for the Tigers, I believe. Then for the Panthers, you got Rakubo Mammon. Apologize if I mispronounced that. Colin Gebhardt brings it up. Harry Hartman's going to set that screen. Colin Gebhardt into the lane, little floater, and it doesn't drop, just barely. Just barely rolls off the rim for Colin Gebhardt. They're going to throw it up, air ball there. A lot of contact there. A lot of calls for a foul there from Erie. Gebhardt brings it up. Caden Birch gets it into Foul on the Panthers. Kyle Blouch is out, so they're going to try to work in the paint with Harry Hartman, use their size to their advantage. You don't see Harry Hartman get outmatched in size and strength usually. Usually he's able to be one of the biggest, and if not the biggest guy on the court, but this game is very different. Gets it into Hartman quickly, and an easy point there for Hartman. Sealing 2 defenders at once there. Real good inbound and just quick points there for the Tigers. Take what you get. Up by 2. You got 8 unanswered here for the Tigers. Real good defense in here. You see the size and strength of Kyle Blouch, just unable to stay in for long periods of time. It's going to be a foul, and they're going to take that Tiger ball here. Maybe, you Tigers have a lot of momentum going right now. You try to get that, extend this lead, make it a bit of a safer game. We've seen the Tigers have had a lead before, but just not able to pull away fully. You'd like to see them take this time where Boulder's best and the most influential player isn't on the court and pull away, pad their lead a little bit, and just make sure that they can just be a little bit safer in this game. It's going to be a foul here on Boulder. Hold on, committed on Harry Hartman there. Tigers are quickly approaching bonus at this point. You see the tables have kind of turned here now. They're doubling Harry Hartman quite a bit now since they don't have a whole lot of size outside of Kyle Blouch. Tigers, this is where they're really just their team ball comes into play. 3 for Callan Gebhardt. That's good! I think that's 3 for Callan Gebhardt now. 2 for sure. The 3 ball really coming in here for the Tigers. 3 made threes in the second half. He only had, I believe, 2 in the first. Maybe even, it's going to be foul on Braylon Engelhardt there. Is that going to be an and one? Looks like it will be an and one there. Boulder is, I believe, 50% from the line tonight. See if they can add to that. Not a terrible foul to have, make it's a hard shot. That free throw will drop, bring it within a 2-point game for the Panthers. They're playing a little bit of a press here. It'll drop off. Callan Gebhardt, you gotta respect Callan Gebhardt when you're playing the press. He's able to slip past you really quickly usually. Caden Birch slips in, not able to get it, but it looks like there's a foul on the Panthers, and Caden Birch will go to the line. Tigers have been good from the line tonight. They've made 5 out of 6, I believe. Hopefully you see Caden Birch add to this, get at least a 3-point lead here, and just make so Boulder can't pull back in and tie the game. First one's no good for Caden Birch. Marco Martinez subbing in for Harry Hartman. Second free throw is no good as well, but Marco Martinez almost able to reel that in, but just bounces away from him. That's going to be Boulder ball. You'd like to see one of those drop, but as long as your defense is good, you can afford to take those losses on the offensive side of the ball. George Schmidt, once again, bringing it up here for the Panthers. Tigers have played really aggressive defense this entire game, and you'd like to keep that up. Blake Smith here. Back over to George Schmidt. He pulls up, just passes it back over. Going to be foul on the Panthers. Tiger ball here. You've seen kind of a run, but in terms of, you've seen both teams have runs of turnovers and fouls. The Tigers at the start of the game and at the start of this quarter, they've been kind of a little bit sloppy, but then they pull it back in. And then after that, you see the Tigers' defense really tighten up, and that forces a lot of those turnovers and those fouls on the Boulder Panthers, which allows them to get some more opportunities on the offensive side of the ball. Swings it back over to Callan Gebhardt. Braylon Engelhardt at the top of the key. Brings it back up to Callan Gebhardt. Really just trying to get something going here. Almost stolen there. Brings it back over to Braylon Engelhardt. Put one up. Good! Callan Gebhardt's on fire. 3 or 4 made threes from Callan Gebhardt. Puts it up. No good. What a three from Callan Gebhardt to close out the third period. We're going to go to commercial here on the Erie Tiger Network.
We are strong and we'll get through this together, but these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Do you have a plan in place for your family's future in the event something happens to you? Are you caring for aging parents, grandparents, or a loved one with special needs? The Germany law firm named 2017 Erie's Chamber Business of the Year provides expert legal guidance and peace of mind for you and your family in the areas of probate, elder law, and estate planning. Visit Germany Law Firm's Erie Village office or website at coelderlaw.net to set up a personalized consultation.
Do we have any sideline stuff or no? Welcome back to the Erie Tiger Network. We're opening the fourth quarter here. Erie is up 33-28. You've seen the three ball really come into play here in the second half of the Tigers. Callan Gebhardt has been on fire from three. You've seen Braden Hahn and Lucas Lee also make some threes. One guy you haven't seen for the Tigers is Chris Smith. You usually see him be a big factor for the Tigers, but tonight he's really just not been a big factor. You got to think, is that Boulder's defense has been trying to limit him, or has he just been not getting those open looks? See Callan Gebhardt almost get the ball there, but it's tipped. Braden Hahn puts it up, not good. Marco Martinez gets that. It's going to be a foul on Boulder, it looks like. Callan Gebhardt made that a three after the foul. Gebhardt inbounding the ball. Gonna inbound it quickly to Marco Martinez and puts it up quickly. The Tigers inbounding has been really good this game. They've gotten some easy baskets here on the inbound. Tigers just pulling away a little bit here, up by 7. I believe that's the biggest lead by either team. Obviously, Boulder had it up by 7 early in the game. Blouch back into the game, tips it up. Chris Smith gets that steal. I believe Marco Martinez was the one that tipped that. Chris Smith bringing it up. Gets it to Callan Gebhardt. You've seen Callan Gebhardt really be the player of the game here for the Tigers. He made a couple threes, just driving in and making space on the floor. That's a charge on Chris Smith, trying to get some space there. Maybe a little bit of frustration here for Chris Smith, not able to really do a whole lot in this game so far. It looks like Braylon Englehart's going to come in for the Tigers. As much as the Tigers' offense has been on fire lately, you got to give a lot of credit to their defense. They've just really made it so it's really difficult for Boulder to score the ball. Puts one up from deep. That's an air ball. One of the biggest things that you've seen is that Kyle Blouch he's got maybe 2 points, a couple of rebounds. The Tigers have just done a fantastic job so far in this game, limiting him. He's 17 points a game, only like 2 tonight. You got 12 rebounds a game. He's got maybe 2 tonight. So the Tigers have just done a fantastic job of limiting the Boulder's best weapon and best player. Gebhardt in, pass is tipped and fast break here. Braylon Tolliver only one back. Boulder once again not able to capitalize on that fast break. That's 2 times in a row now that they've not been able to. Boulder player gets back and atones for his mistake. Another fast break here. That's a charge. Charge taken by Marco Martinez. Or not Marco Martinez, sorry, Braden Hahn there. Saw it coming from a mile away and just lined it up perfectly. See the student section getting into it. He's love to see that here for the Tigers. A lot of energy going right here. Couple mistakes, but just playing really smart off of those mistakes. Maybe try to reset the tone a little bit. Give me a timeout on Erie, or timeout for Erie, sorry. Really good momentum here. We're going to take a break here on the Erie Tiger Network.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Erie Tiger Network. 6:21 left in the quarter, 35-28. Both teams take the floor. I think if you're the Tigers, you maybe want to slow it down. You know, you have all this momentum and all the energy going right now, but maybe just slow it down, get some points on the offensive side. Steal there by Boulder. Fast break. They cannot capitalize on that one. Both shot attempts are no good. There's a whistle on Erie. That's going to be a shooting foul. We've seen Boulder's really had a big problem with capitalizing on the fast break attempts. They're 0 for 3 basically tonight on getting those fast break attempts to fall. Then so-so from the line. Drains that one. Drains the second one as well. That pulls Erie back into only a 5-point lead. Once again, for the Tigers, I think you just want to play smart here, maintain the lead, play a little bit slower maybe. Still got those open shots, obviously. See number 33 there, going for another steal, but that time just a reaching. That's Dale Boyer. He's been playing real hard and getting some opportunities here for Boulder. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to capitalize on them, except for obviously the 2 free throws he just made. Callan Gebhardt here at the top. Lucas Lee, able to reel that in. Braden Hahn gets that tough basket to fall. Real good hands there by Lucas Lee, able to keep control of that ball. Could have been another steal for the another turnover for the Tigers. A little bit surprised that wasn't a foul, but that's a block for Lucas Lee. Gonna stop here, get it back to Callan Gebhardt, slow it down a little bit. Tipped away there. Quick pull up by Callan Gebhardt. I'm gonna drop back on defense here. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit here. 3 attempt, no good. Kyle Blouch there to get it, and he puts it back up there for the Tigers. Seeing the Tigers have been able to seal him pretty good tonight, but not that time. He's able to get that rebound and put it back in. Only a quick 3 and no good, but Braylon Engelhardt there to get the rebounds, all alone on the baseline for the Tigers. Keeping this possession alive. Callan Gebhardt playing a little bit closer on him now that they've seen he's able to shoot that 3 ball. Braylon Engelhardt gets it open for Braden Hahn. So they travel there on Braden Hahn. I don't know about that. Just a little Harry Hartman coming in here for Marco Martinez, cycling through those bigs. Harry Hartman's going to be a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, whereas, Marco Martinez is going to be a little bit faster. Maybe you hope Harry Hartman can keep that, compete a little bit with the size of Kyle Blouch. Keeping it out of the paint. Good contest there by Harry Hartman. But he's going to come in and looks like it's going to be fouling Erie. A little bit surprising there, but it's going to be inbound here for Boulder. Caden Birch coming in there for Braden Hahn. Quick inbound to George Schmidt. Blake Smith with the ball here, back to George Schmidt. Just moving the ball around here outside the arc, trying to maybe get something working inside the paint. Tigers doing a good job of covering up those opportunities. Not a great shot there that's what the Tigers have been doing so well. They limit those opportunities to pass it into the paint to their best player, but then force up those shot attempts that aren't going to be the greatest. Braylon Engelhardt gets the ball here. He drives in with some power and puts it up, no good. Harry Hartman gets the rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Boulder. Real good rebound there for Harry Hartman. He's going to keep the ball for the Tigers. Love to see that energy and that physicality to keep the ball for the Tigers. Three and a half minutes left here. Callum Gebhardt pulling up. That's going to not go in. Ben Englehart almost able to get that rebound. Going to run into almost. They want to. Erie wants to travel there, but not going to get called. Kyle Blouch out in the corner. He's going to try to drive his way inside. Ripped away by Caden Birch. Love to see that. Just not allowing him to get in at all. Harry Hartman getting beat a little bit. No problem. Caden Birch comes in and rips it away with all. Caden Birch, three. No good. Almost gets it done on both ends of the court. Erie playing a little bit of a press. Luke Slee drops off pretty quickly. George Schmidt on the other side was wide open. That's going to be a foul on Braylon Englehart, I believe. A little bit of a physical play there, but that's what's kind of kept the Tigers' defense so. That's what's been so good about the Tigers' defense this game has been that physicality, being able to stop that paint point production by the Boulder Panthers. George Schmidt, quick three. That's good for the Panthers. Panthers needed that. It's going to be a timeout. And we're going to take a timeout here on the Erie Tiger Network.
You are watching the ETN.
Welcome back to the Erie Tiger Network. Number 12, Cole Morrow there for the Boulder Panthers. He's been the one to hit the three ball for them tonight. He's got 2 or 3, I believe. He's been the one that has been able to at least put that threat in the Tigers' minds that, yes, we can hit that three ball. Despite a lot of misses here for the Panthers, but Cole Morrow has been able to make it so Erie can't just completely disrespect the three and has to close out a little bit. It's 35-37 here to the Tigers. You want to put some points on the board. Been a little bit quiet on offense here for a little bit. That defense has been stifling Boulder for a bit here, but that three pulls them back within 2. Quickly coming up the court here is Callan Gebhardt. Over to Lucas Lee. Into Marco Martinez trying to get it in. Harry Hartman there almost travels. Callan Gebhardt puts it into another fumbled pass to get recovered by Harry Hartman. It's going to be another travel, I believe, on Braden Hahn there. Just that jab step has been catching him a little bit. 2 bigs here in for the Tigers. You got Marco Martinez and Harry Hartman. 2 of those bigger guys there for the Tigers. Seeing if that combination, you haven't seen that combination yet tonight. Maybe you're seeing if that you can use that to work in the paint a little bit is what you saw from the Tigers there, but the pass is just not able to secure those passes. That pass no good. A little bit of help there from the crowd for the Tigers. Callan Gebhardt trapped a little bit. Gets it to Harry Hartman. He's going to get it up to Braden Hahn, who gets to Gebhardt. Lucas Lee here. He works into the paint. Gebhardt in the corner. Another 3 for Gebhardt! Another 3 for Gebhardt. He has been on fire. He's been on fire tonight. You've seen nights like this from Chris Smith, a couple from Callan Gebhardt, but really just needed it for tonight for Callan Gebhardt. Lead is back up to 5 for the Tigers. Callan Gebhardt has really been the guy to add that energy and add those threes to the game. You've seen Braden Hahn and Luke Lee make a couple. But Callan Gebhardt has really been the main 3 threat today, and he's been just the key player for the Tigers, just facilitating and getting the threes. Kyle Blouch gets that rebound and gets it out to George Schmid. Lucas Lee playing face guarding him. steals the ball. Lucas Lee. He's got Marco Martinez. Marco Martinez puts it up, and a foul! And a foul! 42-35. Marco Martinez goes to the line. You see Marco Martinez be really good there. In transition, he gets that hard basket to fall and gets that foul. Good find by Lucas Lee there in transition. It's going to be a timeout from the Tigers. We're going to go to commercial here.
You are watching the ETN.
Do you want a better smile, have a broken bracket, or are you a teenager in need of some braces? Then make your way down to Caraway Orthodontics. They are located in Louisville and Erie. Caraway Orthodontics supports Erie High School and its community. Come in and gain a beautiful smile for children, teens, and adults. They also provide Invisalign. Call this number 303-828-0454 or go to
Welcome back in on the Erie Tiger Network. And that basket from Marco Martinez, that was a huge basket. 1 minute left, 1 minute 18 seconds left. You have a 5-point lead. You get that basket. Now it's a 7-point lead. You have a chance to extend it here to an 8-point lead. Really just put this game away. Without that, 5 points. We've seen Boulder has been able to make that 3-ball, but now it's going to be a lot harder for them to pull back in. You'd like to see him make this free throw, obviously, but just those 2 points on the board is huge for the Tigers. And he does drop the free throw. Seniors coming in big on senior night. Seeing Lucas Lee and Marco Martinez, and just the defense from the Tigers has been really just aggressive and full of energy. Boulder looking for a quick shot. That's blocked from behind by Brayton Hahn. Defense has just been absolutely huge tonight for the Tigers. We've seen like 2 or 3 blocks here in the last couple of possessions by the Tigers, just really locking down on the defensive side of the court and just making sure that they can get a win here on senior night. Another block, and that's going to get a foul on him that time. You see Dale Boyer, I believe, has been really the Panthers' main weapon in the last Cole Morrow has been the Boulder's main weapon in the second half of the game, hitting those threes, and he's been driving into the lane to get those points for the Panthers. Drops the first free throw. Kyle Blouch coming out of the game with 1 minute and 2 seconds left. That's your best player. I know he hasn't been super great tonight. Maybe you're just taking out for like 30 seconds to get him to rest, but still, that's your best player. I think you want to keep that in, or keep him in. Lucas Lee getting through the press. Harry Hartman can't secure it for the easy. Student section wants him to shoot it. They're going to finally foul Colin Gebhardt with 47.9. And now if you're Erie, Chris Smith has not been huge tonight for the Tigers. He hasn't been able to get those open looks or work on offense, but maybe you think about putting him in here. I know it's an 8-point game, but maybe you think about he's your best free throw shooter, so maybe you want to put him in. Caden Birch coming in here for the Tigers at some point. Colin Gebhardt makes the first. Kyle Blouch coming right back in. Yep, just getting him some rest. Oh, so I apologize. Now it's an 8-point lead. It was a 7-point lead. Colin Gebhardt drops the second one to just make that lead even further. 3 threes now for Boulder is what they need. It's tied up. Doesn't take the deep shot. There's the 3. No good. Colin Gebhardt gets the rebound. He's just been... What a game from Colin Gebhardt. What a game. He's made 4 or 5 threes here for the Tigers. Has been facilitating the game, working, getting that space open for his teammates, and now just getting the rebound and knocking down these free throws to close out the game for the Tigers. Drops the first one. I don't fully recall if he's been to the line before these two visits, but he's 3 for 3 in these free throws. So in the most important moment at the end of the game, he's been 100% so far. And there's 4 for 4. What a game from Callan Gebhardt. I don't have his exact stats, but he has been on fire from 3. He's been great on defense. He's just facilitated the team and opened up space for the Tigers. You've seen him throughout the season, been that guy for the Tigers, but especially tonight, he's just making all the threes and then opening up space for his teammates has really just allowed the Tigers to play a faster offense and just be able to pull away here at the end of the game. 11-point lead here for the Tigers. You got 35 seconds left. Really just great way to get a win here on senior night for the Tigers. Going to roll it up here. Marco Martinez is going to quick pressure, try to run that clock down a little bit faster. Tigers, not that Dale Boyer there. He knocks that down. He's been the guy for the Panthers. They're going to call a timeout here. And the Panthers, Dale Boyer, I believe, has been that guy for the Panthers, knocking down, I think, 3 or 4 threes tonight. He's been able to keep that threat alive. Lucas Lee, it looks like subbing in here for the Tigers. You got 26 seconds left. 8-point lead for the Tigers. If I'm the Tigers here, you just don't crumble. You gotta stay composed, get the ball into Callan Gebhardt, or if you want to put Chris Smith in, you get your good shooters in and just knock down the free throws that they give you. Obviously, you don't want to get a turnover here. The Panthers are gonna come out here with a all-shooter lineup. They have not really been able to knock down the 3 outside of 1 or 2 players, and Callan Gebhardt's going to get fouled here again. Callan Gebhardt's going to be the guy to close it out here. Looking at Erie's remaining schedule here, you got Monarch coming up next. They're 13-5, one of the best teams in 6A Front Range. Mountain Range after that. That's a winnable game here for the Tigers. That's going to be an away game. 3 away games to close out the season is a little bit tough. Broomfield Eagles, you beat them last year in a big game. Prairie View is your last game of the season. Hopefully you get a win there, close out the season in a good way, and hopefully go into the playoffs. Callan Gebhardt, I think, missed both. A little bit of a change of pace for him. A little floater for the Panthers there. They're going to pull a little bit closer. Another timeout here. We're gonna stay right here, I think, for the end of this game. Panthers, they've done a good job here at the end of pulling closer to the Tigers again. Stay calm, stay composed. Don't crumble into the pressure. You have a lead, but don't take that for granted. You want to keep playing your best basketball. They have shown that they're going to make a run at it. You got a 6-point lead, 2 threes, just locked down on the perimeter for the Tigers. If you get fouled, obviously you want to make those free throws. Callan Gebhardt missed those last 2, I believe, but made 4 before that. So you want just don't limit the opportunities that you give the other team. If you get fouled, you want to make at least 1 so they can't just tie it up with 2 threes. Obviously, you don't. That's not a problem if you play good defense and stop them from getting that 3. You can kind of allow a 2 here. Closes the lead to 4, but you got 18 seconds left. It's just you got to be mindful of the time and the ball. Lucas Lee, another great player for the Tigers tonight. He's knocked down a couple of threes for himself and just been one of those physical presences on the court. They're going to call a foul there. Fans don't like it. They thought they got the ball out of Braden Hahn's hands. But on top of Callan Gebhardt, obviously, with his threes and how he's been playing, you've seen the Tigers' physicality has been a real big factor in this game. Braden Hahn and Lucas Lee are two of those main guys. But we've seen Marco Martinez, Harry Hartman have also gotten in there and been real big factors in limiting Kyle Blouch and just the entire Boulder Panthers offense. Makes that first free throw. All the Tigers are going to come back now. Braden Hahn alone for this final free throw. Got a 7-point lead now. Outside of, makes the second one, Braden Hahn. Senior coming in and scoring those 2 points. Boulder quickly trying to get a shot up. There it is, no good. Marco Martinez holding the ball. They're going to foul Marco Martinez. 6.9 left on the clock. Really not enough time here left for the Panthers. Big win here for the seniors. They're going to advance to 10-9 after this to get back above 500. We took a look at their schedule. I think all those are very winnable games. I think the toughest game you got there is going to be against Monarch, but I believe that one is at home. 3 away games to close out the season. Not the most amazing thing you'd ever like to see, but if you win those games, that's a lot of momentum you're bringing. We just won 3 away games to close out the season. If you win out, you're 14-9. This season has been a huge improvement for the Tigers overall. Last season, I believe they were 5-16. I want to say that shot's going to get blocked by Harry Hartman, and they'll let it go. Big win for the Tigers here on senior night. The seniors played a huge part. Callan Gebhardt leading the Tigers to a victory here. Obviously, we got Callan Gebhardt leading the Tigers. The physicality and the defense of the Tigers has been a huge factor.
No.
I'm John Kent.
Plug in the wall that's holding
And thank you for joining me for this game, and I'll be seeing you next time on the Erie Tiger Network. We're going to take it down to Kaylee on the sideline, actually.
In just a little bit.
In just a second. We're going to see if she can get a player for that. Sorry for prematurely ending it there. I wasn't aware we had a interview coming in. But you want to see, the Tigers, if they can keep up this energy that they've had, you want to see, they've been up and down throughout the season. In the last couple games, they have kind of just been on a roller coaster, win, loss. And then now if you can get a couple wins in a row, you build up some momentum, and then maybe this is a feisty team. You try to make a run. We're going to go down to Kaylee on the court.
I'm here with Callan. Callan, you're a pretty key player in this game today. I got to know, prior to games, how do you warm up for this? How do you get ready? What's going through your head?
I think it's mostly just preparation with the guys. We're in here every day preparing, depending on what team, and getting ready to see, Boulder has a great player in 55, and we're preparing for him, and just running our stuff and being prepared as a team. Yeah, definitely. You had a couple of key three-pointers here in this game. One that I remember was in the third quarter. You had one that pushed you guys over the edge, gave you that lead. What's going through your head when you get that ball and you see that shot? Just my teammates making the play to get me the ball, and got to hit it. If they're making that play, I got to do it for them. Perfect. Thank you. Congrats on that win.
All right, so thank you, Kaylee. This is, once again, a huge win for the Tigers. Want to get some momentum here. But for all of us here at the Erie Tiger Network, I'm John. For Mr. Bird, for Dom, Josh, Kaylee, Nate, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Erie Tiger Network.